I'm Chris from Dashboard Confessional, and these are my Marquee memories. I got on my skateboard and I rode to my local record store. I was excited for a record that was coming out. I don't remember who it was. It was something pop punk at the time. And I got to the record store and the clerk said, "You don't want that. You want this." And he handed me the Fugazi Margin Walker EP, which is half of 13 songs. So I bought the record and I took it home and I just lost my mind. I listened to it constantly. And about 2 years later, Fugazi was coming to my town in South Florida and playing a place called The Edge. I got my tickets right away. I got online and I waited and waited and I went to the show. And then I watched them just dive into this ferocious, melodic, musical, unrestrained, unmoored performance of songs that already were so vital on their records that I couldn't conceive that they could have more power. When I hear their records, I can still feel what that room felt like. Their tendency to not use a set list is something I enjoy also. Their empowerment of the crowd to be involved is something I take on. The mix of melody drifting into almost beautifully atonal screaming, that's something I've embraced in my love of live shows. I think they definitely come from seeing Fugazi live. I saw The Cure play, and it was mysterious, and it was this collage of sound and color and lights and mystery, and the whole show was backlit and you were anchored by the lyrics. All the music was like this vast sea that you were kind of adrift in, and the lyrics were like the mainsail, and you were able to catch the wind and be able to just be fully driven by the moment. And I was just shocked at how enormous they sounded, how lush and beautiful they sounded. I think my singing style is really influenced by Robert Smith. I make no secret of my vocal influences, and I think Robert Smith, Built to Spill, and there's a few more that I think I sang along to so much there was no way my voice wasn't going to sound like that. I bought the Texas Is the Reason record because of the cover, and on the front cover it said, "Produced by J. Robbins of Jawbox," one of my favorite bands. Cover caught my eye, the name J. Robbins caught my eye. I didn't know anything about the band. But that record, the guitar playing, the singing, the lyrics, it was dangerous. It was more punk rock than punk rock. I drove 9 hours to see Texas Is the Reason, and then drove another 4 hours in the wrong direction to see them again the next night because I had been blown away by them live. Everything about what they did felt beautifully dangerous. And I could just feel that they were the sea change. There was going to be before Texas Is the Reason and after Texas Is the Reason. And I was right there. They existed for such a brief time, but I was there. I was a kid, but I was there. And it hasn't left me. That experience of seeing them live and the feeling that punk rock is not an aesthetic, it's not a song structure, it's going against the grain, even if it means that you will be filed as a genre outside of punk rock. I thought it was the most punk rock thing I'd ever seen. Thank you for listening to my Marquee memories. Come join me on tour and maybe we'll make some memories of our own.